Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Insufferable with me, your host, Lindsay. How? Episode 51. 51, which is, by my calculations, one episode away from the year anniversary of Insufferable with Lindsay. We've been insufferable for almost 1 year. I want to do something special next week, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. How is everyone doing? Thank you for being here yet again. And yet again, my cat is over there sleeping in the cutest position possible, and I do not have access to my camera to take a photo. So I want you guys to imagine a very cute cat named Aria. She's laying on her back with her belly up and her front legs, paws curled in like so, like a neurodivergent sleeper. Okay, which is there any truth to that, by the way? I keep seeing that if you sleep with your like wrists tucked under your chin like this, it means you're neurodivergent. I be sleeping like that. I don't know why. I don't know why. There's something about like protecting my chest or my throat while I'm sleeping that's why I sleep that way. I also want to support my chin while I'm sleeping. I don't know. I don't know. There's a million explanations, I guess, why I sleep that way, but does that mean I'm on the spectrum? Because if so, that would actually explain a lot. And would be pretty awesome too. Yeah, tell me if there's any scientific evidence to prove that, or if that was just a meme that was going around. Okay, that's kind of how we spread rumors these days. Back in my day, we spread rumors via word of mouth, and they spread far and wide. Okay, it was very easy to like say something about someone. Everybody knows the major one that was spread in the early 2000s, which was Marilyn Manson. You know what I'm going to say? Had a rib removed so that he could suck his own dick. Okay, as it turns out, that was not true, but that was the general consensus. It was the belief of the community when I was in elementary school. That was just something that everybody was like, "Oh yes, we know this to be true." But how? How did we know that to be true? Oh, because a million people were saying it, and that's kind of all it took. Okay, now we spread rumors and misinformation via memes. Okay, all you really need to do is post a picture of the person and put some text over it that kind of looks like, maybe it's TMZ, or maybe it's some kind of news segment font, and then nobody clicks to read the article. It doesn't matter from there on out. Whatever you said in the meme is now thought of to be truthful and accurate. And that's pretty sad and low-key embarrassing on the part of humanity. Because that's all you kind of have to do. This kind of we're obsessed, or our obsession with headlines, and kind of just going with that. It's super annoying, and it's like a tsunami of information all the time on the internet. But I don't know why I'm getting into this anyway. I have no idea about the truth behind the rib removal accusations placed upon Marilyn Manson. We do know that he is a bad man now, though, which, checks out. Okay. And there are no good men, it turns out. Okay. Every time you are a fan of a man, it will come out at some point that he has done a murder or a rape or both, or attempted to do one or both of those things. So we just, tread lightly when you are a fan of a man. Which I am. You guys know I love men, and it's very difficult to hear news about anyone ever. So I'm trying to tune out. Anyways, welcome back, guys. I hope everything is going well. I hope you are settling into the summer solstice of it all. Well, not settling in because it hasn't happened yet. Um but yeah, what is going on in the ether right now? Okay, I wanted to talk about something here. Something that is extremely important to me, and I take it very seriously. Okay, so strap in for this. Strap in. The plot of Shrek 5 has been leaked, and it's bad. And I do not take this news lightly. Okay. Am I expecting a lot from Shrek 5? No. No, I am not. I don't know, man. Shrek 2 is the best sequel ever made, in my opinion. Right up there with Home Alone 2. Okay. But there was a leaked uh, somebody done leaked. I don't know if you guys remember, they dropped the I don't know, teaser for Shrek 5, and the animation was different um than the original animation of the first 4 movies, by the way. Why change the animation on movie 5? Everybody loves Shrek for its animation, first of all, by the way. There's no need to improve upon or branch out or introduce new situation. This is just like I was talking about the new Taco Bell menu items, okay? Some things do not need to be improved on, okay? We're coming back for the same items every week. Okay? There's no need to introduce new items at Taco Bell, and I will stand by that. I will stand by that. Okay. I feel the same about the animation for a movie that's already had 4 sequels. Okay. Or 3 sequels, or I don't know. I don't know how you say that. I'm not a cinephile or anything. So, why you would change the animation is beyond me. Okay. There's some fucking asshole in the production studio with a suit who doesn't know anything about art or anything about fandom and makes this fucking suggestion, which is horrible and needs to be punished. He needs to be punished. And I know it's a he, by the way. Don't piss me off. I know it's a man. Anyways, I think there are people who the people who fund these movies are incredibly, they lack creative process. They lack artistic taste. And if you want to pay for the movie, then pay for the movie and let the artist do the work. Okay? Please do not come in here and try to police how we are going to execute the story because you are worried about the numbers. Okay? I think it's pretty clear that people will come to see every Shrek movie no matter how bad it is. Okay? As we all know, and I don't know if this is your opinion or if it's just mine or millions of other people, um, Shrek 3 and 4 were not great. Okay, the plot lines were loose and, Justin Timberlake, some things don't need to be written. Okay, with that being said, we still see them in theater. We still line up, we still paint our faces green and wear the ears and the vest, and we bring our friend who's dressed like Donkey, and we go to the theater to watch it. Okay, that's not the issue. Okay, I don't know where these executives are worried about making their money back. Okay, I understand that that's a big issue. Okay, you don't want to put your money into something where you're not going to have like a good amount of return on it, and that is fine. Well, it's not fine because it pisses me off and it ruins the art of it. But if you're going to front your money to make a Shrek 5, then you're going to have to go ahead and chill out and allow somebody who cares about the first ones to write the fucking plot, you know what I mean? I bet this one the leaked plot was probably written by AI, which is going to always be bad. I don't know if you guys are watching the show The Comeback with, Lisa Kudrow, but it's really good, and in this season, I think it's season 3, she gets on a show that is written by AI, and it is proven to be really bad, okay? So I think that the Shrek 5 plot was probably, like, majorly written by AI, and here's the issue with AI. Here's my fucking issue, especially within the arts. Um, AI cannot simply just produce without a prompt, right? So there needs to be a human who prompts it to create the thing that they want it to create, okay? Then from there, you have to rewrite the prompt a million different times to get the visual thing that you're looking for. You know what I mean? So there does need to be a human involved to create any type of quote unquote art with AI. Okay? And it kind of seems like it is like redundant to like why not just have 3 people writing rather than one person going back and forth with the AI system to make sure that it's going to be like a good fucking story for God's sake, you know? And AI doesn't have a soul. So I don't know why the fuck you would ask AI about anything, okay? The most AI that I'm interested in is a damn calculator. Okay? That is the only AI that we should be counting on we've been counting on it for years and years and years. When did the calculator come out? Hold the phone because I do need to Google that. When did the calculator come out? 1642. First mechanical calculator, the Pascaline was invented by Blaise Pascal in 1642 to perform addition and subtraction. While earlier tools like the abacus existed, the first all electric desktop calculator appeared in 1961. That's actually not that long ago, by the way. 1623 to 1642 was the mechanical age. William Schickard invented an early calculating machine in 1623. Wait. Followed by Pascal's more widely known mechanical calculator in 1642. Okay. That's all fine. We're going to go with 1961 is when we all started using calculators and had them, essentially in our pockets. I remember when we were getting like supplies for school, you get a ruler for whatever reason. And what else did your fucking supplies always come with? The thing that you like can draw a circle with. It's like a point at the end and then you can draw a circle with it. Tool to draw circle. What the fuck? You better pull it up, bitch. Best tools to draw a circle range from additional compass to modern adjustable aperture tools. Most popular for precise, perfect circles are the helix, angle, and circle maker. I don't remember them being called that. Drafting compass, iris drawing tool. Yeah, I don't remember any of these terms. The compass, I think, is what we called it in school. And it always came with like a all-in-one school kit. You would always get a compass in there. Like, we was drawing circles, and I always thought too, and this was before all the school shootings, by the way. I always thought, "This thing is too sharp to be having in school." The tip of a compass, you could do an ear piercing with that. You could probably do an eyebrow piercing with that. Like, it was so sharp, and in my young little type A mind and 2nd grade or whatever, I'm like, "This is too sharp to have here. This is a damn weapon." And I remember that. And why did we always have one? I never even fucking used it. I could use it today, though. I could definitely use it today. Every time I draw something, which I've been drawing a lot, by the way, I'm always looking for, like, a cup or some kinda round thing so I can place it and trace it, to get a perfect circle. Yeah, dude, it's a useful tool, I'll say that, but we did not use it in school. I don't know why it came in every damn, thing. But anyway, back to Shrek 5. There was a plot line that was leaked, which indicated that the plot was about something to do with Shrek and his daughter and them having some kind of magical situation happens where they're transported into the real world. Okay? This is something we do not need in movies anymore. Okay? We had it with Enchanted. Is that what the movie was? Enchanted. So these movies are fun, and yes, okay, so Enchanted, in the fairy tale land of Andalisa, pretty young Giselle frolics with her woodland pals and falls into love with the handsome Prince Edward. But when Giselle arrives at the castle to marry her Prince Charming, his evil stepmother sends the princess to be to a place where there are no happy ever afters. New York City. Cynical divorce lawyer Robert comes to her rescue, but can Giselle find her way back to her true love? It's pretty telling to say that the world we live in, whether it's New York or LA or any other city, happily ever afters do not exist. Okay, that's kind of a shade on our existence, the writing this story plot. AI probably wrote this one. AI is probably like, "Damn, you guys are suffering. It must be terrible to be a human, but I can't do anything without your prompt. So who's the fucking joke now?" Anyway. Um, so yeah, that allegedly was the leaked plot of the Shrek 5 movie, and people were, justifiably upset. Okay. So here's what I was going to say also, too. But, rewind a little bit. Okay. Almost a year doing this podcast and I still don't do it right. Shrek 5's they set out the little teaser where the animation was different and people were up in arms. They put this out and they were like, Shrek 5 coming in 2025. And everybody was like, "Oh my god, that's exciting, but this animation fucking sucks. And why did you change the animation? And why do they look like this?" And everybody was fucking pissed. It was there were riots. You know what I mean? Like, it was going crazy on the internet. People were upset, me included. I don't want the animation to be changed. So then suddenly, a couple of weeks later, they say, "Hey, actually, by the way, Shrek 5 is being postponed to 2026." And everybody was like, "Well, you know what? You better fucking be changing the damn animation back to where it was. Back to the drawing board, bitches. We will not stand for the change of animation." Okay. We cannot confirm this until it comes out, but hopefully they change the animation back. And they heard us, they heard our cries, and they reverted back to the original animation. Okay. If we're lucky, that happened. Then there was a leak about the plot. And again, people were up in arms. And you know what I gotta say here? This is the type of whistleblowing that's going to save the industry. Okay? When you are a part of production, you are uh, up against NDAs that will ruin you if broken. Okay? So the fact that someone whistle blew the plot for this movie, probably because they knew in their hearts that it was bad, and they tried to tell the writers and everybody, they say, "Hey, this isn't gonna work. This is a bad story plot." But some fuck ass dude in a suit was like, "No, this is gonna be good. We gotta run it. We're wasting time. We're wasting money. We need to start production." Blah blah blah. We already stopped. We already postponed to change all the animation back because people were mad about that. We can't change the storyline now. Just run it. And some soul, some artistic legend within the production leaked this storyline so he or she could show the public what is to come with Shrek 5. If see what people are saying, and what do they say? This is horrible, this is terrible, do not fucking do this. And thank you to that whistleblower, by the way. Thank you to them. Okay? Because guess what? It's postponed to 2027 now. Why do you think that? Why do you think it's postponed again? In the age of people making Megan 2, Megan 2, and their production's going flawlessly and they have enough money, why can't we where's the money to make a decent Shrek 5? And this is serious. This is serious shit. Don't fuck with Shrek. Okay? And that brings me to another point. I do not like that other people like Shrek. I do not like that what people think that they like Shrek as much as me. It annoys the shit out of me. And I don't like to see that. And I've been like that, for a very long time. Okay? I remember when I was a kid and Hanson came out. You guys remember Hanson? Probably the best band of 1998. When did Hanson come out? Gotta look it up. Hanson, the band. Let's see. First album. Bop, 1997. May 6th, 1997. It's literally May 6th right now. It's what's the math on that? 30 years or whatever. I'm not going to do the math, and you're probably like, "Damn, that's such easy math," but it's okay. I'm not going to think about it. It is the anniversary of the first album release of Hanson in May 6th of 1997. Okay. And holy shit, that's hilariously that is a coincidence. Anyway, they were the hottest band of 1997, 1998. Okay, when they came out, I first of all fell in love. I fell in love and I was convinced that I was going to marry Zach Hanson, who was the drummer. Okay. Taylor was too pretty for me and Isaac was too ugly. Unfortunately, Zach was perfect. In my Goldilocks mind, that's how I thought about it. Okay. Taylor is too pretty. Isaac is too ugly, but Zach is just right. He's just right. He's perfect for me. And he's the youngest one. So, I wonder how old is he? Zach Hanson. That is not him. Oh, it's Zach with just a C, not a K. I should know that because we were going to get married one day. Zach Hanson is 5'10". Wow. Oh my God. Stop making it so difficult to find out information about my man. He is 40 years old. So he's 5 years older than me. So yeah. Anyways, I thought I was gonna marry Zach Hansen. Anyway, for some reason, I was 7 years old, 7, 8 years old when I started listening to Hanson when they first dropped. I thought that I was the only one who knew about Hanson, okay? I thought that they were literally just making music for me. I didn't know how my mom was getting access to these CDs so she could buy them for me. I went to the CD store, you know, wherever I forgot where we used to get our CDs. But I thought that I was the only one who knew about Hanson. I don't know why. Like an 8-year-old, I was like, wow, like this is like this band was made for me. This music is made for me. Like that's actually pretty cool. Like I love this. Okay. And one day I hopped on the old, worldwide net on our family computer so that I could see if I could find more pictures of Hanson. I wanted to see them doing other stuff. The only pictures I had access to was like the pictures inside the, little CD case, all their band pictures or whatever. I wanted to see more pictures of Hanson. So I went on, Ask Jeeves or whatever, and I typed in Hanson, and this website came up. And actually, all these websites came up. And in my head, like, yes, I'm looking for more pictures of Hanson, but there are actually, in my little brain, there are too many pictures of Hanson here. Do other people know about them? I'm having this revelation while I'm trying to look for pictures of them. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. This is my band. This band was made for me. I don't know why anybody thinks that they know who they are. Get the fuck out of here. You don't know Hanson like I do. Okay? And they wrote that song thinking of you for me. Okay? They're thinking of me. Okay? Bop. That was for me. So I click on one of the websites. Okay? I'm already in shock. I'm already in shock at this point. But unfortunately, the website that I clicked on was like a Hanson hate website. Okay? And when I clicked on it, there was a band picture of them, and they all had like not swastikas. Oh my god, not swastikas. They all had pentagrams drawn on their heads. And they had pentagrams on their heads, and they had like horns drawn. When people like defame like a billboard, and they draw like they black out one of the teeth, and they draw horns on it, a mustache on it, and stuff like that. It was like that. They had like defaced a picture of Hanson, and the whole website was to hate on Hanson. Okay. At this point, I'm having a panic attack. I'm having a full-blown panic attack on the family computer, not only realizing that other people know about Hanson, not only do they know about them, they hate them. They hate them. They think they're demonic. They think they're the devil. They're defacing pictures of them. It was so shocking to me as a child. And I exited out. I exited out, and I went and I probably fucking prayed or some shit. I probably went to my room and was like, please save them. Please protect them from whoever fucking defaced those pictures of them. And I hope nobody ever like looks at them ever again. And they never sell another record because they're just for me anyway. Girl, how crazy is that? I think that was my first panic attack, actually. No, it probably wasn't. I probably had more than that. But I did have a panic attack. And that sort of feeling still tracks for me when people act like they like something as much as I like something. And I know that in this day and age, like fandom is so serious. It's so fucking serious. So I am aware that there are other people in this world who like Shrek, okay? I have liked Shrek since it came out. It's been one of my favorite movies, okay? I relate to Shrek so fucking much. I would have never married Fiona if I was Shrek because get out of my swamp is how I live, okay? I be living get out of my swamp. That's me. to a T. Okay? You think I'm gonna marry Fiona, invite her to live with me at the swamp? I don't even want my cool friend to live there. You can come by every now and again. You could sleep outside, but low key get out of my swamp. Okay? I love Shrek, and low key I love his outfit, okay? The plaid pants, the tattered like shirt with the vest that is, what is it, leather, or is it made out of asphalt? Like, what is it made out of? You know what I mean? And he made it, likely he's got a little sewing machine over there in the swamp, and he'd be making his own clothes. He dresses in the same clothes every day because he doesn't care about fashion in that way. But get out of my swamp is the vibe that I give off, and I hope I give that vibe off, to be honest. So it pisses me off when people say they like Shrek. And then Shrek 2 came out and took the world by storm. It really did, because it was such a good sequel, okay? And honestly, star-studded cast too. In Shrek 1, and the actors come back for every sequel, and I love that, okay? Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, John Lithgow. I mean, holy shit. Talk about star-studded. I can't say enough good things about Shrek. Shrek 3 was kind of a flop for me. I don't really watch it that much. I really don't. I be watching Shrek weekly. I'll say that. I am always watching Shrek. If you were to knock on my door midday to just show up unannounced, the chances of me watching Shrek are very high. Okay. If I answer the door, which I probably won't, because get out of my swamp, by the way. Um, I'll probably open the door to reveal that I am watching Shrek again. Okay. But when I watch Shrek, it's 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And even my streaming services where I watch Shrek on, because I don't have it on DVD, which means I'm not a real fan, but I don't have a DVD player and we won't get into it. They know that I don't want to watch 3 and 4. It plays 1 and then it plays 2. And then it brings me back to 1 and then 2. It doesn't say, now you've watched 1, now you've watched 2, go ahead and watch 3. It knows I don't want to. 3 and 4 are a flop, unfortunately. And that's why so much is riding on Shrek 5 for me. And if you stick with the plot of them going into the real world, I'm going to fucking write a letter. There needs to be legislation. I need to, first of all, pardon the whistleblower. Okay. They deserve to be protected at all costs. Okay. They knew that this plot was not going to, bode well with the Shrek fan base. Okay. And they need to be rewarded for that. Okay. Their bravery needs to be recognized. Okay. First and foremost, by the way. Secondly, it's really not that hard to listen to fans. Okay. People's opinions are on the internet in droves. Okay. And you can compile, I don't know, 2 million tweets and have someone go over them and find out what people really want to see with this movie, and go ahead and listen to the fans. Okay. And if you're an executive and you are literally just fronting the money, just give your money and shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up after that. Nobody wants to hear your fucking opinion. If you want to be in this industry, then you need to let the artists do what they do. Don't fucking piss me off. Okay? So that was my main topic for today. Wow, Zach Hansen. I used to write in my diary. When does it become a journal, by the way? When you're a kid, it's a diary. When you're an adult, it's a journal. Diary versus journal. Diaries are chronological, factual records of daily events, while journals are more reflective, oriented spaces for exploring thoughts, emotions, and specific topics. While diaries are often logged daily occurrences, journals such as gratitude or art journals focus on personal development, brainstorming, and deeper analysis of experience. Okay, so this actually cracks me up because it says here diaries are chronological, factual records of daily events. So I used to write in my diary fake stories that were not real. Okay. I had a diary entry that basically was um telling the drama at school that Zach Hansen asked me to go to the dance, which, when you're in elementary school, there's no prom, there's no winter formal. It's just called the dance. Okay. He had asked me to go to the dance, and that had pissed off another girl. She was jealous of me because I was going to the dance with a Zach Hansen. And I detailed in great length a fabricated story about me having beef with a girl at school because she was jealous of my relationship with Zach Hansen. Okay. Does that sound like factual records of daily events to you? Turns out I was journaling even as a child. Okay. I never did a diary, as it turns out, because nothing that I wrote in my diary was factual. It was all me writing in present tense things that I wanted. Okay, I was manifesting. I was manifesting, by the way. When you manifest, you are supposed to speak into existence the things that you desire as if you already have them, right? Getting back to the woo woo of it all. Okay. If you say, I always have more than enough money for my bills, my bills are always paid. I have thousands of dollars in my checking account. I am living my dream life. You say it as if it's already happening so you can develop the feeling inside of you. If you can feel it, then your reality around you will fix itself to work with how you're feeling. You know what I mean? Allegedly, according to quantum physics. Okay. So that is what I was doing with my journal, by the way, when I was 7 years old. Okay. Telling straight up lies, AKA manifestations about how, and there was a time in history where celebrities were going to prom with kids at schools that were like maybe like bullied or they were just a big fan. I remember Kylie Jenner going to prom with a kid. Kylie Jenner goes to prom with fan. In 2017, Kylie Jenner surprised fan Albert Ocha by attending his prom at Rio Americano High School in Sacramento, California, as his date after Ocha was rejected by another girl, and then 19-year-old reality star flew in via private jet to make his night memorable. The moment went viral and was featured on Life of Kylie. Oh, so she probably did it for her reality show, which was Life of Kylie, I think. I didn't watch that. But there was a time where that had happened like a couple different times. A couple of different celebrities had gone to um prom with kids as like a charity case of a sense, okay? So that was in 2017, okay? We're talking 1997. I'm writing that Zach and I are going to the dance together. And guess what? We didn't even have dances. They didn't even exist. I remember watching like all of these high school movies and being like, I haven't even gotten to high school yet. Is this really how it is? Turns out high school is way worse than anything you could ever imagine. ever. Okay. And when I graduated high school, everybody's like, "You are gonna miss high school. You hate it right now, but these are some of the best days of your life. You're gonna miss it." No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Those were some of the worst days of my life. I had some of the best days of my life in college, okay? And I only went to college for like 2 years. Okay? But I made all of my lifelong friends in college and and learned everything basically I needed to know about life there within 2 years. Okay? So, you shout out to college, screw high school, okay? It was terrible. I mean, it was very lame. I can't imagine what high school is like now. Well, I mean, I kind of can. Oh my god, my dog is so cute. Can you see him? Perfectly in places. Oh, sorry. I woke him up. God, he's so cute. My animals are so damn cute. Anyways, yeah, I need to do my laundry today. I'm going to go to the parents' house to do laundry, okay? Because I don't have any money to go to the mats. Okay. And I'm at a desperate place with my laundry journey right now where I have like no underwear left and I'm wearing some of like the weirdest, most abstract pieces of underwear that I still somehow have in the underwear drawer that, typically I would not be caught dead wearing, but somehow somehow it's in the laundry. It's in my underwear drawer still. You know, it fits bad. It's made with bad fabric. I would never typically wear them, but that is the kind of underwear I'm wearing right now, unfortunately, because I have no other underwear. Everything is dirty. And also, I'm wearing these like the pants I'm wearing are like, they're like office slacks, like slacks that you would wear to work in an office environment. That's what I'm wearing right now. I mean, this shirt's pretty cool. It's got little cherries all over it, but it's crazy when you dwindle down. It's crazy when you have no more socks and no more underwear left, okay? You really gotta put your foot down and do the laundry, okay? But I don't have any money to do the laundry, and so I've been putting it off, and now I gotta go to my parents' house and do my laundry over there for free, and, it's gonna take me, like, 6 hours, okay? Why do home laundry systems wash for, like, an hour and 40 minutes? Why does it take so long? Okay, I know at the laundromat, those shits are industrial, but ho they get my clothes clean as fuck in 30 minutes. Okay, time is money, and so I'm gonna be spending a lot of money today, low key, doing my laundry at my parents' house, but that's just kinda how it is. I gotta get out of these underwear, and I'm throwing them out. I don't wanna wear these anymore. So anyways, that's gonna be it for me today, you guys. I really just 333, just talked about Shrek the whole time, which, that's kinda who I am. I love Shrek, and I won't apologize for it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 51 of Insufferable, with, me, your host, Lindsay Howe, and I will see you next week for the 1-year anniversary bash for the pod. Hopefully, we have something cool to do. I want to plan something fun, but we'll see what we can do with the budget we have, which is 0. But I love you all so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.